This week, we are helping the Florida Division of Emergency Management promote Flood Safety Week. Flooding is one of Florida's most frequent hazards and can impact residents whether you live on the coast or in an inland community. So we want to encourage you to have a plan for where to go and what to do should a flood threaten. It is important that I remind you, myescambia.com/knowyourzone is a great resource to use when researching your evacuation zone from storm surge. Remember, storm surge is a rise in sea level that occurs during tropical cyclones. As for flooding, there are different types that we can experience here in Florida. This includes flash flooding from an afternoon thunderstorm, riverine flooding from excess rainfall runoff, coastal flooding prompted by sea conditions and weather events, and widespread aerial flooding from copious amounts of rainfall due to a tropical system. Several factors contribute to flooding, but two key elements are intensity, being the rate of which the rain is falling, and duration, being how long it lasts. This is why the risk of flooding is a year-round hazard. So before a flood reaches your area, know if your home is in a flood zone. Develop a flood emergency action plan. Create a supply kit that can be carried in a waterproof container. Evacuate immediately if advised to do so, bringing your important documents with you. Move to higher ground if a flood warning is issued, and stay up to date on road conditions through emergency management and local media. During a flood, never walk, drive, or swim through flooded roadways. Nearly half of all people killed in floods are those who try driving through the flooded areas. Remember, turn around, don't drown. Do not drive around barricades. They are there for your protection. If your vehicle stalls, leave it immediately. 6 inches of water will reach the bottom of most cars and can cause loss of control and stalling. Just 1 foot of water can float a vehicle away. If you are trapped in a car in rapidly moving water, stay inside. If the water begins rising inside the vehicle, consider getting on the roof of the car. If you are trapped in a building, move to higher ground or to a higher floor. And after a flood, do not visit the disaster area or building that remains in flood water. Your presence may hamper emergency operations. Be sure to throw out food that has come in contact with flood water and follow all boil water notices if issued by local officials. Do not handle live electrical equipment in wet areas. If the power is out, use flashlights to examine buildings, as flammable items may be inside. And lastly, report broken utilities to the correct authorities. Since all of Escambia County is in a flood zone, we encourage everyone to have flood insurance, which is separate from homeowners insurance. To see what flood zone you're in, Google Escambia County flood map and choose the Northwest Florida Water Management District link. In the top right corner, you can search an address to learn more. When you receive the results of your search, you will need to focus on the base flood elevation and the flood zone at clicked location. As for effective versus preliminary, all effective information has been adopted by the Board of County Commissioners. All preliminary information is not yet adopted, but is something that you can begin planning for as a future adoption. For additional questions, please reach out to Escambia County's floodplain manager, Jennifer Hampton. Her email and phone number are listed on your screen. Thanks for spending a minute with EM.